What's up, everybody? We are back at another lunch time workout, 12:30 about to be. We got 8-minute workout. We have 8. Again, I think I'm gonna continue to do devil presses. This is with 35 pounds. We're gonna get warmed up too. I'm gonna use 35 pounds for a set of 8. Then I'm gonna do 8 sit-ups, and then we got 8 snatches. We're going for 8, so they're gonna be single arm snatches, and we'll do 8 minutes. So that's what we got on the agenda. Quick workout, again, all 8 minutes. So I'm trying to give you a variation of 8-minute workouts. I'm going to do them. We're going to track them, see how many rounds we get. You can always adjust the weight. You can always adjust the movements. But either way, you can do it without eating any animals whatsoever. And responding to today, okay, then none. Stream quality. All right, we're slow, so it might not be in good quality, but we'll see if we can limp through it. So what's his name? Okay, then none. More animals are killed for vegan food than animals from hunting. And one of my questions back to him is, do you hunt all your food, or do you get all your food from hunting? And I think the answer is absolutely not. So, you're still contributing to it. So nobody hunts 100% for their food. So you're still contributing to it. You can say less, but you're still contributing to it. So, that's a that's not an excuse to use, and then try to point the finger back at people who are, literally thinking about other beings and how it affects them, and how our choices affects other beings. So, especially the ones in the animal industry and the animal agriculture industry, which, again, you're partaking in, So you're partaking in it. You don't have to. You can choose a different option. But this is just classic deflection. And this is a comment to one of my videos. So, instead of answering the question, it's oh, look at what vegans do. Look at what, and granted, nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. I just ate a ton of pickles that had milk in it. I couldn't believe it. But that's, trying our best to align our actions with our values. And nobody wants to be contributing to that. And just hunting is just a different level. Because to want to be able to take someone else's life, from them, it's another being. It really doesn't make, I just couldn't really logically think about it as being a good thing or something that I want to do. No matter the reward, no matter you can cut off their head and put it on a wall, nothing is worth that taken. And why would you want that? I get it's kind of celebratory or remembering that day, but at the expense of that other individual, of that other being. That's what it's at the expense of. And what gives us or you that right to do that? And we don't have any. Oh, we need to eat, gotta survive. You don't have to shoot an animal to survive. You can say it saves money. You don't have to go buy meat from the store, but you don't have to go kill an animal. You don't have to take their individual experience away from them. So that's what that's the way I feel. And You know, you don't have to feel that way at all, but you just have to understand that they don't want to be killed, and they care their experience, they care about what happens to them. So just like you care about what happens to you, just understand that they don't want that to happen, and for you to contribute to that, just it's not aligned with who you are, because you're good people out here coming across this commenting. You're good people. We're all good people, you know. So just think about it. All right, here we go. We got 8 minutes. Got to get moving. 8 minutes. We got 8 devil presses. We'll start with devil presses. Again, I'm going to keep doing this particular movement because I think it gives you the most bang for the buck, solid movement. Then we're going to do sit-ups, and then we're going to do single arm snatches, and we'll just work it in. Here we go, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. All right, we got sit-ups, rogue ab mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we got single alternating snatches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, there's 1 round. All right, about 2 minutes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single arm snatches. Show you from the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 rounds. Heard a comment. Fishing is fun. My man, I don't necessarily disagree, but you don't have to fish to, you can find a different hobby to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can fish in a game, man. Like video games are real, you know? You could do a video game. You don't need to fish in real life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. You didn't mean to comment? You good? Fishing is fun. You good, man? I appreciate the comment. 1, 2. But you don't need to fish though. 3, 4. If you find out there's 5. If fish felt pain. 6, 7, 8. It's another round. What you got? I do need to fish. Tell me why, man. Why do you need to? And if the answer is not, you know, your location or because you live on some island and that's all you have as a food source, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you don't need to fish, man. Tell me why you need to, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. All right, 3 rounds plus 9 is what I got. Good stuff. Could maybe go heavier. Yeah, on the snatches. Double presses were good. Fishing is better than that being vegan, than that being vegan. How do you explain that? How is that better? And better in what context? Certainly not better for the fish, man. Certainly not better for the fish. You just think about humans. You think about yourself. You think about it's fun for you, but you don't need to. You're not doing it for survival. You don't have to. So all outdoors, fishing is fun. You don't need to. I caught one yesterday. I mean, yeah, like thousands. I'd say hundreds of thousands of fish I've caught every single day. You know, yeah. I mean that's cool, but it doesn't have to be that way. So it's not necessary, man. You can fish in. They got video games. You can certainly fish in other ways. You go out on a boat. You don't need to fish. And just challenging your way of thinking because you're probably brought up fishing. Your parents probably fished. You went out fishing when you were younger, or if you are young, so they taught you. You enjoy it. You think it's fun. What do you do in your free time? Really, a lot of their time is soccer games. Working out, obviously, on my lunch here. Trying to put out content. And what grams and what video games are bad. And video games are bad for you. Again, you're looking at personally. It's not bad for the animals. Yeah, go out and get outside, go do exercise, go lift weights, but you don't need to fish. But so if you don't want to like leisure, I mean, everyone has leisure. You relax. It's good to get away. So people play video games. That's fine. So you can have video games and play. I don't think there's anything bad or wrong with that. You just got to do it. You can make a living off of playing video games. What do you mean? You can get paid to do so. But video games don't come at the expense of another animal, others. Activity hunting, archery hunting makes you strong. Okay, what about archery hunting makes you strong? The act of pulling it back and using a bow and being outside and getting outdoors, and yeah, for sure. Video games are for lazy people. I mean, I think that's your opinion, because you got people that play video games and then also work out and do things. So it's not lazy. And really, again, it doesn't come at the expense of others. You're not out there hurting others. You're not out there killing others. You're not doing that. So, let people do what they want to do. If they want to be lazy, let them be lazy. You don't have to be lazy. ABL Outdoors, A&L Outdoors. You don't have to be lazy, but you also don't have to hunt and shoot and kill animals. And you don't need to eat them. You don't need to eat them to be strong and healthy. So let's start rethinking the way we think about animals. Unlearn what you've learned. All right. What else you got? Yes, you do. Why? You've yet to show me why you need to hunt. You've yet to show me why you need to, why it's necessary for you. Tell me why. Like why you need to. Like it's necessary. And then he jumps off. All right, guys. Hey, I enjoyed that. Comment while I'm working out. No problem. I'll answer you while I'm working out. All right. So go ahead, click the link, come on live, watch me work out. I'll bring you on and we'll answer questions. We'll have a discussion. All right, guys. But okay, then none. You don't get all your food from hunting. So we're not even having that conversation. So you talk about like you don't need to contribute to that industry. So that's it. Nothing else. You guys. All right, just finishing up here. More animals are killed for vegan food than animals from hunting. It's just not true. So my question again for okay then none. Do you get all your food from hunting? And nobody does that. Nobody that you know or I know gets all their food or all their animals that they eat or consume from hunting. And then again, let's talk about why we're taking that animal's life from them in the first place, like intentionally, if we don't need to. I'll be happy to answer all the questions. But let's get there. All right, guys, hope you had a good lunch, good workout. You see in the comments 3 plus 8 plus 9, 18. You can get a majority of your food from hunting and fishing. Right. Okay. But can you get it all? Can you get it all? And do you get it all? Do you get your majority from hunting and fishing? And again, you don't need to. Why are we hurting and contributing to killing others if we don't have to? If we're doing it for food, why are we doing that? You know, so let's let's not even take their life from them. Let's not even go out and attempt to do that. Like, why are we doing that? Deer will last you a year. So you've yet to tell me why we're doing it in the first place, though. You're not doing it because you have to. So we're taking that animals, their right of life from them. And why are we doing that? Like, I mean, just answer that question. So, you know, one deer will last you a year. Like, I also not even sure about that. So archery hunting makes you strong. So does working out. And you talk about hunting. You don't need to hunt. You can shoot into a target. Shoot into a plastic deer, a robot deer that runs across the yard. Shoot at that. Run around. You can do obstacle course. You can get up. You can pull it back. You can change the tension. You can do all that. You don't need to actually shoot an animal to do that. There's video games out there. And you say video games make you or for lazy people, there's video games that you can go out and play and fake hunt. I was talking about it with another guest of mine. So, you know, like they're not, and even either way, that it's affecting them, not others. So the video games that they're playing, let them play it. They're not affecting anybody else. Same thing with like cigarette smoking. They're not affecting anybody else. Right? So let them smoke. If people want to like do harmful things, or if you think that they're harmful, let them do what they want. But now we're talking about doing things to other individuals and taking their life from them or hurting them or harming them for what reason? So we don't like that's the difference. We're using that. We're using hunting. We're using yes you do. Here's like hey, you don't need to hunt. This is the answer that I get. Yes you do. You don't need to. You absolutely don't need to. I've yet to hear an answer of why you do it and why it's necessary for you to hunt and kill animals. Like this, you know, so you're affecting other individuals, and that's where you're violating their rights, right? Their right of life, their basic fundamental their right of life, which again, all individuals should have. But we don't see it like that. You certainly don't see it like that. We think that we just go out and kill others and take their life from them because it's fun, but it's not necessary. It's absolutely not necessary. So and we're worried about like the animals we kill, for planting food for you call it vegan food or vegetables, right? In this context, talking about vegan food. Vegan food is plant food. And all the animals that you eat all eat plant food. And so that food is basically used for them. We 90 billion animals we have to feed every single year. We're feeding them plants. So what are we even talking about? So the same animals that essentially you saw vegan food is the same animal being fed to the animals that essentially we're contributing to. Talk about farming. It's not like that. I'll be happy to enlighten me, man. Cows graze. Okay, let them graze. Why are we taking their lives from them? Why are we putting them into a a fence, a cage? Pigs eat slop. They don't have to. Pigs can be pets. We don't need to eat, right? We don't need to have them eat slop. We don't need to. Why are we doing it? Why are we breeding these animals into existence? So I know you're talking about hunting but again, farming, you contribute to it. So, you're talk to it. Dogs. What about dogs? People eat dogs. Dogs are raised for food. Dogs are there's a dog farm. Did you know that? People raise dogs for food. Yeah, you breed dogs into existence. You don't have to. And in fact, I'm not supporting that. Absolutely not. I don't think that we should be breeding animals into existence for our fun, our we get for any exploitation for any reason. We should not do that. Look about what humans have done to pigs. Absolutely every animal. Humans are terrible. But I'm talking to you, A&L Outdoors. I'm talking to you. Why do you contribute to it? What is your justification? There are lives Their lives are way worse now. Yes, it's terrible. But guess what? You're contributing to that. Sorry, I meant pugs. Yeah, pugs, absolutely. Like we should not be breeding dogs into existence. We should not be doing that. In fact, rescue and don't purchase those animals. And speak up for that if that bothers you. Speak up for do what you can. Don't and by certainly don't use your money to support those industries. You're funding it. You're funding it all. So, all right, man. Hey, good discussion. Appreciate your comments. A&L Outdoors. Be happy to have you on. Click the link. Do I even have that here? I don't think I have it. I'll add it. Oops. Fund. Fund. I'll add the link next time. So maybe you jump on. All right. Hey, I gotta get ready to get back to work. All right. Have a great rest of the day. And again, choose not to eat animals in your next meal. Choose plant option instead. You need ideas? Let me know.